Hi everyone, and welcome to the energy update from July 7th till 13th, 2025. My name is Heike and I'm now sharing with you what my guides told me for this week. The interesting thing when I got the two topics this week is that they really blend in, so it's really connected. The first topic is intensity. And the guide said that around the full moon on July 10th that we may take some time to reflect and to get spiritual or in general insights. And of course, it's very much worth it because the results are more inner strength and personal growth. And this helps us to overcome difficulties and obstacles and also to achieve difficult goals, because you may notice that you are somehow more capable, more courageous. You're just not anymore holding yourself back, with doubts, with overthinking. You're going for it, which does not mean that you have not been reflecting, because obviously you have done the work. You reflected and you got some insights and you just realize now what you need to do, what you really want to achieve and how to do that. So we also have some lovely Venus aspects, and there is a focus on harmony and beauty and wealth, values and happiness. So it's like the bright side of life. So you may feel more deeply about loved ones, and also there may be an increased desire for sharing your life and for love in general and affection. New relationships that you start now may be long-lasting, but they could be intense, and it could also be difficult at the beginning. They could come with some obstacles, like a third party involved, like an ex or a mother-in-law, father-in-law, something like that. So make sure that you stay centered and that you really think about being authentic and what you're willing to sacrifice. So don't sacrifice yourself or your values, being authentic is key. Also, it's an excellent time to decorate your home or your office. Being creative in general, also of course, a great time for artists. And if you are a creative or you are working in one of these fields, you may find that you're very busy at this time and maybe don't have any time left for anything else but work. But make sure that you find the balance later on, because we've got these Venus aspects and they will remind you. Okay. Also, you may be interested in luxury items, in something like a new hairstyle, new clothing style, or special items. This may appeal to you. Also, money can come into focus, and maybe you sign up for a wealth creation theme, or a new investment. You make a new investment. So it's all very beneficial, but as we had it before, make sure that it's well thought through and that you are convinced that you want to do it. Okay, the guides say, please stay centered and strong, meaning grounded in your values, because that's what blends in with the second topic, which is stand up for yourself. And this is about assertiveness, rebelliousness, and also a strong desire for liberation, which may be very interesting in the big picture. We are encouraged to embrace our inner strength, and first topic, we as a result from our reflections, we get more inner strength, more personal growth is possible. And then we're not only encouraged to embrace this strength, but also to stand up for ourselves and for our desires and beliefs and convictions. So you may be more willing to take risks and to assert your boundaries, to pursue your goals with determination. So there's a lot of strength and dynamic behind that. You may be very productive and also initiating new projects or making bold moves in various areas of your life. So there can be lots of changes, and there's a lot of energy and inner strength behind that. So you're really doing it from your point of power, from your, well, it's like your center. And of course that's a different impact than just doing something. And there's a certain lightness behind that, the guides say. It's not like you're like moving against resistance. That's not what it is. Like, I'm powering this through. No, it's like you are in sync with the universe, because you are in sync with your higher self, with yourself, and therefore with the universe. So that's a great dynamic, and do it from your heart and everything's fine. Yeah, so you feel more confident, more empowered, and of course this blends in with the first topic, yeah? It could be a time where you want to break free from any limitations and restrictions that formerly held you back. And it's important to be a little careful with power struggles and impulsiveness, kind of disruptive behavior, because obviously with all this energy behind it, it's so important that it really comes from your center, and that it's something that you really want to do, and that you wanted to do for a while, that is correct. Not like, oh yeah, I'm doing this. Yeah, and then let's go for it. That's not what is meant. So it's obviously necessary to use this energy thoughtfully and constructively, creatively, as we mentioned before, because there is so much power behind that it can also be destructive if we don't watch out, no? And of course, however, the guides say the big picture may very well reflect this energy and this destructive part of the energy they wanted to say. So focus on yourself and on your dreams, it's always the same advice, but that's the constant, because you are the constant, you are the stability that is creating all this in the outside. And however disruptive, however destructive it is in the outside, if you have this constant within yourself, this will get reflected in your world. So I can only encourage you, and yes, keep practicing myself, because obviously we're all in this together and we're all human. So yeah, I'm challenged as well as you are. Okay, the message from the Masters is, and I will read this to you. Make sure to take regular times out to allow for time and space to reflect on events and process them. Check in to see how centered you are and breathe. This is essential now for your success. And they said, being bold and thinking big, backed up by inner strength and confidence, paired with patience and no rush to see outcomes or results. That's your recipe for success. Okay. Thank you very much. That's it for this week. So please, if it helps you, subscribe to the channel. And also the guides do a workout which helps us to process the energies and to get out the trauma on a cellular level, which is Feel Good Workout Heike Bartels. And then there is a daily dose on Instagram at Heike Dance. With all this, I leave you wishing you a wonderful, wonderful week, and we see you all for the next update.